Hello and good morning, good afternoon, good evening everyone. Paul Tranny here. To dive into today's daily creative challenge. This is basically day number 9? Yeah, that's right. So this is like second to the last one. I'm so happy you're here. We've been kind of diving through art lessons, doing a lot of art history today, but we're gonna focus specifically on blending colors and shapes. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. I want to wish you well and say hello, Elizabeth, Joy Trima, Maya, Viola, Richard, Megan. What's up? Good to have you here. I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen, as you can see right here. There you are. All right, Daily Creative Challenge. Let's dive into this fun stuff right now. Okay, so yeah. As we scroll down, we can see, does it blend right here? I created Georgia O'Keeffe inspired florals using the blend tool and Freeform gradients, right? So we're gonna be blending color together. It's gonna be a lot of fun, but just Georgia O'Keeffe. She's an American painter, kind of did American sort of like modernist type painting, a lot of flowers and florals, as you can see, colors. We got these nice flowers as well, right? This is the idea of blending content together like she does, right? But we're gonna use Illustrator to do so. Hopefully that works for you. Yeah, so let's go ahead and get this party started. In here, get started, grab that file. Bam, guess what? The file doesn't contain anything. There's nothing in there really. Look, just has like my name up at the top, right? Because this is too easy. This is day 8. You don't need graphics, right? You got this. Okay, so let's do this. Let's dive right in. I've never seen her work, actually, Megan. That sounds awesome, though. So let's talk about blending. Blend some content. Blend, actually, we'll make some flower petals. Okay, so that's what we're going to start with. I'm going to start with the pencil over here, right? So that's what I typically use. Use the pen, a brush if you want to, but I typically use the pencil. Double click on that pencil. Let's make sure it's set to smooth. So we want to create some nice smooth petals. And then let's be aware of the colors. So let's actually just start with a fill color. The fill color is just going to be like lovely yellow. Okay, so let's just draw out a petal like that and connect it like so. So we have this shape, you know. And again, I might go a little bit darker just so it's not so intense, but here's our petal. Now let's draw a second shape, and we're going to blend these two shapes together, which is also going to blend the colors. So I'll draw another shape on the inside like so, and we'll change that to like an orange. Okay? Felicia, good to see you here as well. Awesome. So now we have these two shapes, right? We want to blend these two together. We will use the blend tool. Blend tool has been around since Illustrator 88. It's been around forever, right? So selecting the blend tool now, and actually let me go ahead and change the color, the outline color. There we go, so we can see this a little bit better. Now what we do is we'll click on one Bezier point and then click on another Bezier point for the other line. Click right there, and it's gonna blend it together, okay? Easy enough. Right? Use the direct selection tool, right? We can move this out and you can see what it's doing as we created this nice little blend that we can work with, right? Super easy to work with, right? For these blends, so I can select this object, and I could double click, by the way. I can double click on the blend tool. I think that's just easier. That will take you into the blend options. So right now it's just doing smooth color. But I could also specify the steps. I could have 3 steps and then just hit tab, and you can see obviously those 3 steps in between the 2 shapes. 1, 2, 3. Cool. But again, I'm just doing smooth color. That looks great. Click OK. And there's kind of the start of a petal. And the cool thing is I could jump in here. I can select this shape again. I could adjust its size. I could change the color of it. right? In this case, maybe I actually want to go a little bit lighter, a little bit more like orange, maybe just a little softer, right? Tweaking it just a little. And now we have, more subtle you go, it's just going to turn out better. Right? So hopefully that makes sense, right? So this is your goal, is again, just to have some fun creating some of these petals. One thing we could do is, like, again, we'll just go in, we'll hit N for the pencil, we'll draw out another petal like so. We'll do another inner little part as well, and then use our blend tool to click, and then click, and there we are. So there's the second one. I'm actually gonna save this color because I like this other softer color, by the way, right over here. I like this softer orange. So I can save that to my swatches panel. So we'll save it. It's gonna pop up right here. Bam, right there. Bah, there it is. Right, let's bring this to the top and kind of put that in between those two. I just like the softer color better, right? Now I can go in, select this, select that color like so, okay? That's pretty good, right? I can, you like the subtle as well? That's awesome. We could do this a number of times. We could do this for practice. It'll be pretty fast if I just start going to town. Oops. Let's just go here. Let's draw another one. Each one's going to be unique. And do I know what type of flower this is? No, I have no idea. Let's draw the insides now. There we go. Blend tool to the rescue. Click, click, click. Oops. And then we're going to get into some other blending and things like that. Yeah. There we go. Let's talk some more about this, the blend tool. There we go. We could always edit after the fact, take this in, bring this to a point, right? Each one of these, make our nice flower, you get the idea. I want to kind of potentially show you what else you could do with the blend tool and additional controls, because it doesn't just go for shapes, right? There's a lot we can do and a lot we could add to it. Again, this is kind of a funky flower. I'd probably still hit N for the pencil. Let's make sure everything's deselected. Let's draw out, I forget what these are called, but just the inner, like, little seeds, right? Let's make those really fast, like that. Hit N again, draw down like so. Make this just a nice gradient. Wait for it, wait for it. Change it, Paul, change it. Mix it up. It's gonna go light to more of a orange. There we are. Oh, let's fix it. Let's fix this, guys. Right, let's just get rid of some of these parts right here. I don't need all this. There we go. Sorry about that. I accidentally drew over that shape, but this part is supposed to go much faster. Hurry up, get there. Get there, get there, get there. Right, a little bit faster. Now, bring that over, you get the idea, okay? Cool. How's everybody doing today? How is everyone doing? Let's round the caps. There we go. We just had that one little part. We just basically made a flower, right? Could take this and duplicate it. That's what I would do to make this look a little bit cooler. We'll flip it, right, vertically as well. Rotate it. Paste it in again. Take it over here. Rotate it, right? I'm lazy. That's why I'm just kind of duplicating this like so. Okay, so we're done. We got that done. We got our project done. Now let's go beyond this, okay? show the wires of, I didn't know flowers had wires. If you could be more specific, that'd be great. All right, cool. Right, so there we are. We could add a fun background to this, right? So I'm going to go to the layer underneath, right? I was actually working on this text layer, right? This is basically where my flower is, right? Let's go to this layer behind it. Let's draw out, and let's actually just turn off that flower for now. I'll draw out a big rectangle that covers this area, because I could use the blend tool or I can use some gradients. So right in here, I can add some gradients, as you can see, right? These are linear. I can do radial, like you get it. You understand how that works. But let's open up this gradient panel. And what we want to do, instead of going linear or radial, we'll go to Freeform. So we'll click Freeform gradient right there. It's going to go ahead and pick some color stops. Picked 4 of them. Bam, bam, bam. That actually looks pretty good, by the way. But right in here, I can grab these, move them around, and get some interesting colors, as you can see. I can click up here. Let's make this one green, right? Like that. It's a little vibrant. That's okay. But obviously, we could have some fun color combos in here as I start to change some of these colors around, right? Notice how this purple dips into like a magenta red and then goes to the yellow, right? I can make this yellow more intense if I want to by dragging out this radius right here, or a little less intense, but I have that sort of control. And that can be my background for my flower, okay? It's looking a little bit muddy. Guess what? I can always go in and, yeah, I'd want to probably change that. Just go in here, even after the fact, click on your object, and then click Edit Gradient. And that's going to bring up these color stops again. So again, double click on it, change that to white maybe, right? Maybe this one over here. Let's make this one maybe a green. I don't know. It's up to you guys. What do you guys think? All right, I'm just going to make this soft. I'm trying to make this just very soft and subtle, right? That is the goal. Right? We're going with complementary colors, something kind of like that. Cool, that works for me. All right. Okay, so made that. We made our flower. We used the blend tool. You will export out this like I'm doing right now and post it to, there it is, to good old Discord. All right. But let's go beyond that. Let's go beyond these, you know, a flower, for instance, because you could do this with anything. So let's just take, oh, what else should we take? Let's think of something more complex. Check this out. Here's a pro tip. What if I wanted to do, let's do this. You ready for this? This is going to be cool. Draw out a color bar. Oh, what just happened? All right. Let's save this really fast. I'm having issues with my Illustrator. But I'm going to do a couple more things because you could actually do this with text. So you could actually take a letter and have it blend into another letter, right? So that's what my goal would be. Look, oh, there's some flowers right there, right? We're doing something like that. But you could do that. So let's go in here really fast. Come on. There we go. Okay, it's back. Let's turn off that. There we are. Let's take this. Let's throw on this sort of band of colors, right? Then let's take that same bar, put it down here. Let's make it black. We'll take another bar, bring it up to the very top. We'll make this white. Now I'm going to blend 3 shapes together, right? Selecting the blend tool. I usually always click on the same corner. So upper right corner, click, click. Oh, dang it. Okay, let's do this. Let's do the center. Center, center, center. That's even easier, right? Now we have all those bands. We'll double click on the blend tool, right? It's kind of doing smooth color. Not so much. Let's do specified steps. Let's take it up to 50, right? Now we have, what did I just make? I basically made a lovely gradient color, as you can see right in here. Let's just pick a color. But basically, I just made this, right? All I did was just have that one color bar in the center. I blended it with white and I blended it with black, right? Remember, we have tints. If it's going to be lighter, we're adding white, we're adding tints of color, and then we're adding shades of color if we get darker, right? There's your art lesson for the day, right? So super cool what we could do there, right? Maybe that's our background. Maybe this is something new and special. I think it should be something new and special. And I think we'll do this for Mallory. M. Let's type in M there. Here's our white M, and let's change the properties for it. Let's make this, actually I should probably make this a little darker, right? We just have to be able to see it, right? So here's M to D. There you are. And let's make this one white. Okay, here's our two letters, right? Will the blend tool work on it? Let's try it. Click, click. Sure enough, it blends the M with the D. All right. I could always undo that. And for each one of these, they can have a stroke of, say, black. All right, let's do that and see what that looks like. There we go. It's actually transitioning from the M to the D. Now, what if in this case, I actually want the M to be on top? Because the M is actually behind the D. Well, guess what? We could come in here, go to Object, down to Blend, and we want to reverse front to back. Bam. And now technically the M is in front. Let's just double click on that, by the way, because I'm going to go in here and change this to white. Wait for it, 2, 1, like that. Boom. Cool. Right? We could always change this content after the fact. Selecting this M, let's make it much larger like that. Okay? Let's have some more fun with this, because guess what? This is just a path. Okay? This is a path that we can redraw, right? So we could hit the pencil and draw an arch like that. And now we have this kind of swooping around. Right? Pretty cool. Mallory. Right? There we are. We have that M. That's awesome. I would do the same thing for the D. It actually technically translates into a D. I'd just copy it. I'd paste it and have some fun changing this because, again, even after the fact, let's go in here. D. There we are. And again, changing this one to M. All right, you get the idea. Let's move that over there. This spine or this little spline is still doing its thing, and I can adjust it, right, like that. Let's have this wrap around, maybe have it go down here or something. Maybe this one's up here. Who knows? I'm just having fun at this point with the blend tool, as you can see, right? Cool. You guys into it? Something kind of like that. I think actually this should probably be, I should probably flip these colors. Maybe that would look a little bit better. Nah, no it doesn't. All right, you guys get the idea, right? We're just having fun. Another thing, you could actually add effects to these. So if I decide to have, we'll do another M. For Marsha Grassett. So let's take this M. We're going to make this a medium gray. Another one, G. There we are. 2 medium grays. Let's take this effect, 3D. Extrude and bevel. Right there. We are previewing it now as well. So we'll do that. We'll do off-axis back. Click OK. Go to this one, do the same thing. But a little bit different. Let's just change the off-axis left, maybe, or rotate it, something like that. I don't know, I'm just kind of playing with it. Trying to get something interesting. But these both have effects applied to them, and even though they have effects, we could blend those two as well. Using the blend tool, click, click, and now it's a 3D shape one morphing into the next, as you can see. Which again is kind of cool, right? Always double click on that tool, go to specified steps, change it to 30, hit tab, and you'll be able to preview it, and we can see it morphing again from one to the next, which is just kind of fun, right? So again, that is the blend tool. We started out with a real world project, making a flower, right? As you can see right over here, that looks nice. There's more I can add to it. I would probably throw some shading in here too, by the way, if I came back to this one. And maybe behind it, again, for the gradient tool, this is the Freeform gradient, so hit Edit Gradient, click right here, double click, maybe change this to something dark. I wouldn't really go with, I don't know if I would go with black. I'd go with like a dark blue. If you go with that dark blue, it's just gonna bleed and make it look a little bit more interesting, right? So now we have that, and sure enough, we can kind of move that over, and that just kind of sets it off a little bit better in this case for this lovely flower. Okay, cool. You guys into it? Jay, hopefully you like it. Very MC Escher for that other thing. Morphe, very Morphe, of course, as well. Let's kind of move this stuff around, and I can add some more complexity to this if I want to. I don't know what else you want. Yeah, what else would you like, right? This one actually turned out better, so let's export this one out, and that's the one I'm going to post to Discord to replace that earlier one, right? There it is, done. Okay. All right. Here's another fun thing you could do, just thinking of ideas. Since I was using Mallory and Marsha's initials, we could take an M, so lock down everything. You ready for this? Take this M, we're gonna outline it, right? We're gonna make this just a black outline. And in fact, what we're gonna do is we're gonna remove a point. We're gonna break this line. Bam, I broke this line. So it's gonna start here, and then it's gonna go through, and it's gonna end here. So for Marsha, here we go. We'll try this. You ready for this, Marsha? We're gonna see if this works. We'll do M. Sorry, I'm not picking the best colors. I think it just needs to be white. Hopefully you can still see it. We'll pick M and then G, like so, G. For these two, we could blend them like we were doing earlier. Bam, blend, blend, right? We see that morph, right? Check this out. We have this line, but I want to replace this straight line with this exotic line that I made. So let's try that. We're going to cut it. We're going to double click on this. We're going to go in here. We're going to select this inner line, and then we're going to paste. And with that inner line selected, paste. It's not quite working, right? Let's go back out. Let's do that once more. I just need to simplify it a little bit more, to be honest with you. And that's okay, right? Maybe it might have too many spots or too many points. Right, we'll just have it follow this sort of line, okay? So take this one more time, we'll cut it, go in here, double click, select this line, paste to replace, and it should replace that line. Honestly, I think maybe these need to be moved. I don't really know. I guess that didn't work. It failed. That's okay, right? Things happen. It actually pasted the G. It replaced the G and not this line. So anyways, you could always use the pen tool to come in and modify this and make your M that way, right? Bam, bam, bam. That would be much easier to do. There's your M into the G. So yes, so many things you guys could do. What is he trying to do? Again, I was just pasting a path, so if you did want it to follow a line, you could typically paste and replace that spine. So thank you for that, Carol. This one not so successful, but everything else I think turned out pretty well. We created some fun work. There's your M, your G, there's your M, Mallory's as well. You get the idea. This one, let's move that one aside. This is the one with effects, so you can add effects to your blends. You can go do it with letters, and not only that, you can just do it with any simple shape like I was doing here. Okay, cool. That's all I got. Yeah, complex logo in 3D perspective. So that's exactly what this one was right over here. This M to the G, right? That's all that is, right? Using 3D transform. In fact, we'll see it right over here if I select this G. It is the 3D extrude and bevel is what I've used specifically. You guys got it. Well, thank you, Wade. Thank you, everyone. Appreciate you guys being so kind to me. That was all about blending. And all of that was done with the blend tool and the freeform gradient tool in the background. So thanks so much, everybody. Have a beautiful day. I really appreciate you. I will send you the invoice. Mallory, sure thing. Of course, it's all free. I appreciate it. Thanks so much. We got Michael Moody up next, which is going to be awesome. He's going to be doing, I think, some package design. Illustrator, more Illustrator, Photoshop, Dimension. That's what's going on. So thanks so much for watching, everybody. We will see you tomorrow. Thank you.